and refocus as many times as you need. You are your own greatest project. But just always remember, don't give up.
In the shadow of the peach day, where the magnolias bloom so late, a child stands alone in fear, wishing someone would hold them near. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. I see peace, you send them far and wide, across the borders where they divide. Families waiting with open arms to shield them from all worldly harms. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Georgia's foster, let love shine. Though the journey's tough, the road is long, singing out this hopeful song. Every child deserves a chance to find their home, their love, their dance. No more darkness, no more tears, just a future free from fears. With each step they grow so strong, in a place where they belong. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. The journey's tough, the road is long, in this world they'll start to glow. Child protective, hear their plea, in Georgia's arms they will be free. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but life ain't fair. Isolation's heavy on their hearts, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Let love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Love shine.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Good to see y'all. How y'all doing? My name is Danielle, and I'm your host today we're here with Unmasking Foster Care Corruption. So, how's everybody doing? Sorry about the absence. Had some things going on. How are y'all doing? Everything good? Hey God, please help parents get these babies home. I ask to please shower them with knowledge and help restore families. Hey Chris, how'd it go? Did your visit go good? Welcome in, Chris. Hey Athena. Bonfire. That would be so nice today. Wow. The heat. Y'all stay hydrated out there because it is hot. It's hot, and I know in Georgia it is horrible. So how's everyone doing with the chatbot? Good to see you too, Kara. So we got Athena, we got Kara, we got Chris in here. Chris, how'd your visit go? So I guess I can start off with talking about the ADA chatbot that was created by myself to it, and what it does is it's easy. It's your visit is good. Do you feel like it's going in good? It's going towards a brighter, like, is it working towards getting him home? Like, is it going to be positive things, right? That's what we're working towards, right? So how do y'all feel about where y'all, okay, I know some are struggling with the chatbot, and some are. It's called Squirrel. Okay, I named it Squirrel, and it's an ADA chatbot. That's what it is. It was built by myself because it was built to help you with filling the blanks in on the affidavit instead of going. So the templates they're built into the chatbot themselves. If you are struggling with it, please reach out. Mom's going to work on it Saturday and Sunday. Okay, cool. Remember, guys, and I'm trying to get that tied in as well right now. Good, Chris. That's awesome, and we'll keep the prayers and sending you strength, my love, and just faith, and keep believing in yourself because you're doing it, girl. You're doing it. My baby's going to come home. Yes, he is. I feel like there's a lot of good things going on, guys and gals out in the world. Let me get the chat over here. It's good to see y'all. I'm glad that y'all are with me today. I haven't been on in a minute. I had some, after I did build the chat bot, and when I tell you I was it took me a good almost a whole day. But the thing is I did it because I didn't feel like everyone should have went on and on this wild goose chase trying to find a template, and then everybody's confused. So when we had the live the other day, it went good, but there was a lot of confusion. So I do want to get this straight. You're welcome, Chris. I do want to get this straight with everyone. I want to go ahead and take the first maybe 15, 20 minutes of the show. How many of y'all that have access to chatbot have had has it worked? Did it help you at all? Did it make you give you a better understanding of what's going on and what it's doing for you? Because I'm going to tell you, I would love to show y'all mine. And it's funny that the stuff when everyone is the 4th and 14th Amendment for sure. But in some people's cases, it was in their scenarios, in their situations. We don't need detailed information. Water pump. Oh, Athena, bless your heart. So he had to cancel his cardiologist appointment and stressing big time over the Supreme Court paperwork. I need to have filed by Monday. Ooh, you got to have it filed. What do you got to have filed by Monday? Your water went out. Your water. Look, now you got me all tongue tied. Your water pump went out. Oh boy. Those are not cool. Water pumps are always the worst. And did it mess up anything else on the vehicle, Athena? Because water pumps. Oh yeah. What kind of vehicle was it? That's my thing is vehicle cars. I was raised. Hey Brenda, what's up? So we are y'all we're moving towards big things. We're each one of us are in this together. We're not one person. We are a whole. We're a pack. We are a pack. We are we're a part of something that's going to be go down in history. But I do want to say this: stay strong. When do you want to help fill out this affidavit? And hey, Dr. Death, how are you? Do you need one-on-one help, or do you want to go over it live? Because I was going to do that today. We could do that. Or I can go one-on-one. I know some people I did have told them I would go one-on-one. Let me tell you, we got time to fill out this affidavit, okay? I don't know. It's still it's the chatbot for that is going. But hello, everybody. Athena, I am sorry that those struggles are with, and I will keep you in my prayers. And if you need anything, please reach out. I will help out with whatever I can. Don't hesitate to ask. If you do need help, please, like I said, I will help in any way I can. That's what we do for each other. We scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's one-on-one gamer mom. Okay. So look, y'all know how to reach out to me, right? On here. I'm going to put my email in the chat. Email me at this email, okay? And give me a day and time, and then I will get back to you. Or give me a 2-hour window on a day and it could be over the weekend. It could be any day. Just not between like, I'd rather do like the afternoons, but if I have to do the evenings, I can. But we have the shows and everything. But I believe okay, please do that. And any day, any time, because I'm pretty open. Trying to see. Let's see. But yeah, just please, and I will work with y'all on each if y'all want to do one-on-one. Okay. Let me put my email in the chat, Gamer Mom. All right, and thank you, Dr. Death. And if you want to do it this weekend, we can do that. Okay. Anytime, even if late at night, it's up to y'all. Okay, y'all just give me the 2-hour window, and I'll let you know exactly what time. Like, just give me like just a little bit to work with, and then to give time to work on it with y'all. So I can do that. I can open up my schedule for that, definitely, because I know it's you can email me too, and we can coordinate with Danielle. Okay, so Brenda's is so y'all can email Brenda as well, and she will help me get with the scheduling and everything. So, and then what I do want to focus on also is y'all gotta, once you get the affidavit filled out, you have to get it notarized. Okay. To make it like legit, you have to get them notarized. Now, what I am trying to do is tie in, to the chatbot to where, hold on, my dog, Athena, go, hold on, Athena, go. No, ma'am. Go. My dog is not listening. Hold on. She's such a turd. Sorry, y'all. Y'all probably heard me. She's a turd. My dog. She just sits there. She's what did I look. I'm done. I am so done with this dog. What do you want? I'm live, honey. Athena, go get bro. Go get bro. Where's bro? Go get bro. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't hear her tell. Hold on, guys. Sorry. All right, y'all. I'm back. She'll do it again. Watch her. I'm trying to ignore her, but it's not working. She is like the center of attention, and she is a attention hog. Like, she has got to have all the attention. That's why, like, she's a full-blooded pit bull, and she is a mess. And I'm talking spoiled. This girl gets her way, and yeah, all she's got to do is just give my brother the big old puppy eyes, and it's done. Yeah. So yeah, bro's a sucker. That's his baby though. She's back again. I'm gonna show her to y'all. I'm gonna show her in a minute. Athena, no ma'am. Athena, get up. Stop. No ma'am. Hold on, guys. She's getting into something. Go lay down, please. Please, baby, please. Okay. She smelled peanut butter. That's not good. This dog is a peanut butter hog. She loves peanut butter. Oh boy. And I shouldn't have put the peanut butter right there. So back to what I was saying. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. We got a dog that wants. It's Friday. It's her day, I guess. So I do want to address. Okay, so when you do the affidavit, dogs are weird, aren't they? Especially female ones, Dr. Death. Let me tell you, I've had a female. I've had female dogs before, but never. I love kittens. I love cats, but I've never had a female dog as with a personality like this one. Hey, Robolux, how are you doing? And welcome in, my friend. So good to see you again. How are you doing? And what's been going on with you? Happy Friday, everyone. And this my dog, she's got a personality, and it's she's more attached to men than she is women. We did get how we got her was I called my brother up one day. I pulled up to a friend's house, and I was picking up a friend, and I see this dog just like, it was my friend's friend. I picked her up from someone's house, but this dog is like just thrown out the door in the rain. And I said, oh no. I got out of my truck and I said, come on, baby, come on. And then she got up in the truck, and she was young. She was like still a puppy herself. And she had boobs like just that were full. I mean, the puppies had to have been taken away early, and she had to have a lot of them. And kind of find out she had 11 puppies before her first week. So she got pregnant before her first week. So she was still young. She wasn't even a year old when I when I got her. So I called my brother and I said, "Hey, bro," I said, "You want a dog?" And he goes, "Send me a picture." I said, "Okay." He said, "Bring her home." I said, "Okay." Well, I brought her home, all right, and we were stuck together for 6 hours that day. My tire went flat. My tire came off. It was great. But she's been with us ever since, and she's a very good dog. She's very protective of my brother, very. So, hi, John. Welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. So, I do want to let's go back to this affidavit. So, okay, so I can do one-on-one with y'all and go over the how to explain it. Hi, John. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Um, and for my TikTokers out there, my TikTokers, my supporters on TikTok, I still cannot get my comments in my chat. I don't know why. I don't know. So if y'all are out there on TikTok and y'all think I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I promise I'm not. I cannot see the stuff y'all put in a lot in the chat until after the show's over, and I do apologize. I'm gonna contact them again to ask what's going on because I can see everyone else's, but not and it's been like that for a good while now. And maybe they're just ignoring me. I don't know, but I'm gonna get it taken care of ASAP. So I do want to let y'all know that I see you, and it's not that I'm ignoring you. I'm sending my love to y'all and thanking y'all if y'all are here with me on TikTok. And I'm also wanting to thank my supporters out on any platform. Thank y'all so much for joining me. And if I don't get to your comment, I'm sorry. I do go back and check the comments after the show, and I try to answer as many as I can, or I'll send out a private message. And but I thank y'all. And to my TikTok people, I love you, and I thank y'all, and I'm gonna get that fixed. Because and YouTube, I love y'all. Y'all are great. YouTube is, yeah, I lost a dog. I had three. I had a Pup and Mojo and Daisy. If you go and you look at my channel, Unmasking Foster Care, on YouTube, the cover, the one that's at the top that has the two dogs with, I think their eyes are glowing. How that got to be on the back page, I have no idea. But those are I used to call them my bullies. It's like it was Danielle and the bullies. And that was like my little band, they would then when I tell you that you could not ask for two dogs that were so like they were very expressive. They expressed themselves a lot, like and through their voice. They would howl, they talked, and people can think I'm weird, but they communicated with me, and I heard them like they heard me. And when I tell you, you cannot. I've had many like it's not the same without them. One of them was brutally taken from us in a messed up way, and it was wrong. You know how when somebody, just like with CPS, what they take what you love the most. Well, that happened to my dog, and he should have never went through that. And hopefully, this person will be brought to justice because I'm not going to stop until justice is served for Mojo. What platforms am I actually streaming on? Okay, so I'm streaming on YouTube. Which is what I think YouTube, Facebook, Kike. Let's see what else. Twitch, I believe. Let me see up here. TikTok. I'm not on Instagram. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, maybe LinkedIn. I don't know if it is still. It might be. Hold on, no, my computer is. There we go. Also, let's see. I'm trying to see. I know I'm streaming on the Fight CBS, CBS Breaking News, Unmasking Foster Corruption. That's all on YouTube, and probably on Facebook too. Gun in for CPS. But as far as the platforms, it's Kite, Restream, Rumble. I should be on Rumble, TikTok, Twitch. There was another one. What's that other one? Twitter. I thought I was on Twitter, but I don't think so on X. I'm not on Instagram. I'm on I'm mostly on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok. But I've noticed I've been getting out there. I'm trying to get on Substack. I know I have a Substack account. And then there's a podcast app called Podbean. I thought, and I get on there and listen to some podcasts on there, and it's pretty interesting. I've also wanted to do like interact with John more instead of like being live, maybe doing like a radio station or something. That'd be pretty cool. Just to go on air, just to just to have talks, y'all. Like, I'm sure, and you know how that would work. I have no idea, but it's just a thought, you know. Just interact more, because you know it's starting to pop, y'all. It's starting to get out there. And do you want me to sit if I see something on TikTok? If you can, Chris, that yeah, you're more than welcome. If I'd appreciate that, yeah. See if I am live on TikTok. Like, yeah, if I, you know, they like to banana me. Like I get bananaed all the time on TikTok, and Gunner likes doing that. If he hears me, Gunner. But yeah, so how do y'all? What do y'all? Yeah, wet plans. It's good to be out there, and I'm glad that I know for a minute, like about a week or two ago, like it was really, you know, people were watching the show, and then it died off for a little bit, and you know, it goes up and down. But I got to stay consistent with it. Like I can't do, for one, I know I am so bad, y'all, about changing my time. Today, I'm so proud of myself. I only did 5 minutes over. So, hey, that's a big step, y'all, compared to like an hour over. Hey, go Danielle. Go Danielle. Like, what? That's what's up. I got fingernail polish all over me, y'all. Like, literally, like all over my arms and everything. Like, it's crazy. I was just seeing what colors I have, and I got a bunch of fingernail polish. So, I'm just random today. Okay, so what do y'all think about when did any of you put your story into the chatbot, and did it tell you the federal rights, constitutional rights violations? Did it point out anything to you? And I know that so what I do want to address, we got to get it notarized. Bear with me. Maybe by the end of tonight, I'll have something to where y'all can go on that platform or go from the chatbot and click on a link, and it'll take you to an online notary. Hey Debbie, welcome in. I'm working out the quirks on that because you know notaries, you know, you can go to the local bank or whatnot, and those are cheap. I mean, those are free if you got a bank account. I don't know, but whatever way that you can get that thing notarized, get it notarized, please, because that will lock it in, and that's the only that you've got to get it notarized. Okay, I know people have sent their thing in, and 5 of y'all's. Wow, what were some of the violations, y'all? Because I could, but y'all make sure to get those notarized, all right? Before, so if you sent yours in already, you got an error message. Okay, we will get together, Dr. Death. Okay, definitely. If you want, whenever you want to, just let me know. Your bank will definitely do it. Yeah, Debbie, Chris said that you were going to work on it this weekend. If y'all have any trouble, not yet. I've got it written out. My husband is going over it to make sure I have everything in our story first. It's big. Okay, wet plants. You can take, if you have a story generated already, like you already have your story typed out or something, maybe in a file, you can take that file and attach it to that chatbot, and it will tell you. It'll break it down and tell you what violation. It's based on the 4th and the 14th is a definite, y'all. Definitely. And did it say anything about unlawful? Okay, here we go. Unlawful seizure. Like you got it. Okay, and then did y'all see the one about family integrity? And I mean, it gets deep. And my thing is this is built to help you get it done like a fillable form instead of having to sit there and come and go on a wild goose chase. It's instructed a certain way with a certain format, and nobody can outdo that. Now, I'm still working on some quirks. Also, find out. Let's see. Hold on. Brenda's down here. Also, find out who your federal U.S. attorney is for the region. Yes, please do that. Unlawful search and seizures, right? You can also post on local yard sale signs looking for traveling notary. Yes, Fiverr is a good one. Fiverr is a good one, and the reason with the, because I do know some notaries, and I don't want to sit here and like, you know how people, you got trolls and you got haters. Well, I don't want anything to come about that we're doing anything out of context or malicious or with bad intentions, because it's nothing like that, y'all. And anybody out there listening that thinks it is, get over it, because it's not, I promise. This is we're doing it to get the kids home, and we're doing it to come together as one. Okay, there ain't no fraud in this, nothing. So y'all, the haters out there, get over it, please, and stop the BS, because we're supposed to come together as one. We the people, united, and the shit I'm seeing online is ridiculous. Okay, it is absolutely just nerve-wracking and just immature. The BS that's going on out there. So stop the hate, stop the bullshit. And if you want your children home, stop holding us back from getting these kids home, okay? Because if you're in it for the right reason and the right purpose, why aren't the kids coming home? Because I can tell you on this end, there are kids coming home. And it ain't nothing to do with trafficking. It ain't nothing to do with fraud. Nothing. It's called people standing up for their rights and fighting the system that's broken, that needs reformed. These kids do not deserve what they're going through to be separated from their homes. And these parents and these families should have never been done the way they're done. So, once again, for all the haters, stop the BS. Because if you're all about it and you got the right heart in this, don't be about the bullshit, okay? Just drop the drama, drop it. I tell you right now, ain't nobody gonna stop me from fighting to get these kids home. It's not fair. Is going to school and looking at your kid without you being there a violation by CPS? A lot of them now, Dr. Death, that is, they're supposed to have you there. They are. They're not supposed to talk to the child without the parent. But they do it. And I guess it only I guess it only matters where you're at and what I guess their protocol is. Like, because that's a question that's a hit or miss, my friend. Thank you, Dr. Death. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. Hold on, Dr. Death, and I'll get that answer for you. Because that is one that's like one of those gray areas. Did they do that to you, Dr. Death? Did they ever move your kids? And how's everything going with your wife? And is she good? Is she getting better? Everything going good? Without you being there. So hopefully we everything will be back up and back on the schedule. Yeah. Now I know in Texas they're supposed to notify you, but they can talk to your kid without you there. They're entitled to meet with your kids without receiving your permission and without you present, and it's common. So yeah, you don't they're without parental notification, and that sucks. But like I said, there's still you don't have to have apparently you don't have to have consent. You don't have to consent, but it's all they can talk to your child without your consent. But I would definitely make it known that you have a problem with that, because that's messed up. I don't see how they can do that then. And it yes, and they removed the kids and rest. My wife is heartbroken over it. They did remove them. So when did they remove them, Dr. Death? Just here recently? Since you talked to me last? I'm sorry. That's messed up. What was the reason why they said they removed them? If they did it since I did, and your wife, it's a mom. You got to think for all the moms out there. Any mom that is, that's our children, and we birth them. They grow in our, our bellies. I asked yesterday, we signed a release for her to talk to her. Our caseworker asked yesterday, and she asked for if y'all signed a release. Did y'all? What plans? So I guess it ranges. It's different in every school district, I'm guessing, because no CPS cannot place a child in foster care. There's no proof. They have to have proof. But when they came to my home and I told the guy, no warrant, no without a warrant. When they came to my home, I told the CPS investigator, I told the guy no without a warrant. And he still proceeded to move on with removing the kids. Wow. That's a violation right there, buddy. Yes, it is. That's yeah. That's a definitely federal constitutional rights violation. That is, let me pull up my I'm gonna pull up my affidavit, y'all. I want to show y'all. Let's go check. I like it how but when nope, we haven't. Good. You don't. I'm wondering if if it is different in each school district. Like, I wonder if some of them you have to sign a waiver or something, and is that part of like the school paperwork as this kids get registered for school? Is there in a public school? Pardon that, y'all. Like it's always about this time. But has anybody else had to try to sign a waiver? What are they doing in the schools anyways? They're in these social workers in hospitals or in schools, or it's like makes you wonder if they're scouting on their neighborhoods and stuff, just looking for the next victim. It's not cool. But yet there are children out there in imminent danger and they're not even stressing. Why aren't they getting those children to safety instead of breaking up homes that are fine, that are not broken? There's too many kids out there losing their life over some BS. Like today I watched a trial. Let me tell you this. No, it was a TikTok video and I was incarcerated, okay, in Cherokee County. And there was a girl in there. I don't want to I think she got sentenced back in January to life with the possibility of parole. I was incarcerated with this girl. That's how long she's been in that facility. But she just got sentenced to prison and she got life without the possibility, or with the possibility of parole, and then another 20 years to run concurrent. But she's like stabbed her baby because she said somebody up here told her. Like, when I saw that video, and I looked at and I'm like, wow, I was locked up with her, and it's kind of it's very it perturbs me, not in a very good way, because it's like, okay, I had to be in the same dorm as this girl, and I mean, come on, that's a baby. That baby was innocent. That baby didn't do nothing wrong, and and you're gonna tell me, come on, but yet you act fine in the pod. I don't understand it. Why would you hurt a child? And then I watched the trial and I watched it. She was getting sentenced, and the same judge that sentenced her is the same judge that sentenced me to prison in 2011, and it's also the same judge that let me out. That the final determination of my freedom was based in this judge's hands and when I was going through my CPS case, and my son was. I mean, he was in foster care, and this was when I was locked up for the 2 months when I had to go get my brother, and I left the state without permission. And when I tell you, the judge even it choked her up. Like she really, they have to. It's hard. It's hearing stuff like that, and just the way that why would people do that to a kid? Why? And I've been incarcerated with when I went to prison in 2011, I was in there. There were women in there that had committed crimes like that, and like the stories that you hear are just the nerve of. It makes you wonder what they're really thinking and why to take their anger out on a child, and I'll never forget the woman in prison when I was there. She was the librarian. And I walked up to check out a book in prison, and she, you know what she said? She said, you know what? I'm coming up for parole in 2 years or 2 months. I said, well, I didn't know about her at the time. And somebody told me, I can't believe she's up for parole. What the hell? She killed, a baby. And then her husband. I said, what? She should have got life and without the possibility of parole. And do you know, she got out. She did. I don't know why. I mean, yes, there's mental health, and I do know, but come on, I just I don't know what to say about it. I really don't, and it's horrible. But when they came to my house, I told, okay, so you told the guy no without a warning. Nope, we haven't. No, don't sign nothing with plants. And if you sign anything, sign under duress. Definitely, yeah. I bet it. Yeah. My kid been in CPS custody for half a month now, for 9.5 months. Is that you, Doctor Death? Oh, is it just one child? And how old is that your child, Doctor Death? They did the same to Chris, Doctor Death, in Louisiana, right? Um, uh, Brenda's husband is he's been a victim of entrapment, y'all, like straight up. And I don't know what to say about that because now, why are these states wanting to act like they're the victim when they're the ones sending our kids to states that they don't even know, that they've never known, like my son, and just think they know my kid, like but yet they can call me and ask me what's wrong with him and what can I do, what to do to calm him down. He's wanting, you know what to do? Give him back, give me my son back because you never should have had him. You stole my kid. That's my son. That's my son. That's my baby. He told y'all he wanted to come home, and y'all still didn't. And that's crazy too. We had to go. Y'all do know we had to go out there and get my son. Like they didn't bring him back. Georgia did not bring him back. They weren't trying to. They were trying to give us the runaround. We had to pay for our own tickets, our own transportation, everything. And I'm talking, waiting on my probation officer to sign to see if I can get a travel pass, a last minute emergency travel pass, because they didn't think we were coming. And guess what? We did. I wish I could show y'all some visits. I wanted to show y'all maybe a moat. Oops. I'm gonna end up messing up something. And it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. Our kids were removed even after the judge knew no danger was in our home. His tone changed when he heard I signed a safety plan. It was under duress. You know, the book, like my notebook right here, I can tell you right now, they won't talk. Y'all know my daughter graduates in a couple days. She graduates, what's today, the 16th, in 4 days. My oldest girl is turned into a young lady. I'm hoping, and this is what I'm praying for. And I just, maybe it can be like this. I'm hoping that as she goes into her young adulthood, she wants to have a relationship, a mom-daughter relationship, because that would be the biggest thing ever. That would be the biggest. I mean, I would be the happiest mom in the world. Like, I am a happy mother because look at my children's successes and they're doing stuff for themselves. I didn't do, and they're making they're awesome, and that's all I wanted for my kids. And I believe that I couldn't be selfish back in 2011 when I had to make the decision. I asked my grandma, my nanny, if she would get guardianship of all the kids, like a temporary guardianship, because I knew I just had that feeling that there could be a chance that trust in their word, it can always, because we made it to where they would be with them until they turn 18. But the guardianship, but I can go and get, like, the judge left it up to us pretty much to decide. And DFCS was never involved. Well, they did it unlawful seizure of my son. Like, think about it. There was a guardianship order in place, y'all. Like, and that thing was in place kind of until my mother, like, just because my mother, I know, bless my mom, rest in peace, Mom. I love you and I miss you. I do. Some days are better than others, but I know she's with me. And my family, I wish it was 10 years ago because things would have been different. Times have changed all, and I have no idea what is going on because I'm telling you, just in a 5-year period after the pandemic, and then we started seeing the light of things again. Like now, it's like whoa, whoa, whoa. Things really did put us in a freaking fog. Like there is stuff. I mean, I lost a job because of the pandemic back in 2020, and I mean, and now they're wanting to. I mean, why is things popping up now from then that were supposed to happen then? Why 5 years later? Is that how bad that these people did not do their what? So if there was, and really the pandemic put us in a struggle. Hi, little Kim Live, how you doing? Welcome in, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. She said, I wish my 12-year-old would turn around once CPS came in. At the time they did it, messed up her brain. Now we have lost all her respect. I had a gentleman, he was the one of the J6ers, and his daughter was got put in the system, and her mom is no longer with us on earth. And I even have another friend that adopted his stepdaughter because the mom ended up the dad was already deceased and the mother passed away during in 2000 and I want to say 2017 or 18, and it was so this child was without a parent on either side and had no family. And do you know the man that was been in her life since she was a baby? He stepped up and he is still he has her and he's like one of my best friends and I love him to death. And you know what? Go Matt. He's that's what's up. I mean, it's not his blood, but he's her daddy. And he loves them that girl like it's his own. And he so for the ones out there that step up and take that role and fill that role in the positive way, you go. Y'all got my kudos to y'all. And my buddy, my best friend, he's awesome and he knows what I've gone through, and he knows. I mean, our kids love each other. Like they're both special needs. His daughter's blind. My son is autistic, and they and Bailey. She asked for him for my son, and every time I see her, and and when he was in foster care, and they would joke on the video chat. It was just great, And she's now I believe 13, 14. So my son was very well known in his community. But I just thought that was pretty cool that he stepped up and was able to get custody of her. And I will back him until the day if he ever has any trouble. And there for a minute, a school teacher did call on him and tried to say some things just because something about her not wipe, like cleaning herself. I don't know, but it was just things that were not necessary. So shame on these people for making people's lives just out of spite because they just assume that this is a single father that has 2 children. And you know what? I would be pissed if they try to take that child from that man because that child's been through enough. She's happy, she's healthy, and she's amazing, and she's blossoming into a young lady. And why break up a happy home? And he's one of my biggest cheerleaders, y'all. And it's so love to you, Matt. And if you're out there and listening, and I hope that you and the kids are doing great. And that he backs all of us, and he stands and fights with us. It sounds like your kids did just fine without you. All right, Peachwood, welcome in. How are you? Did they do fine without me? Are you sure? Do you know that? And why would you come in saying something like that? Do you know? Because my kids probably did fine without me, but I still had every right to be in their lives. Okay. And my story is well known. And it sounds like, why are you trying to be a troll? What does it matter what they did? I'll be at my daughter's graduation. And I'm glad that I made the choice, the right choice, instead of being selfish and thinking that I could provide for them when I got out of prison. And yeah. Hey, buddy, welcome in, my friend. Hassan, how are you? I'm not even going to say that name, but welcome in, my friend. So, Peachwood, what's up with your, I would love to know do you know for a fact that my kids were fine without me? Because I've been told, I've understood differently. You know, my one daughter cries out, like it's her way of needing me, you know? So you tell me. Sorry, y'all. Awesome that you can make it to graduation. Yeah. So, oh no, I've heard you a lot. I'm not hating. Understandable, Pitchwood. Let me get caught up on your comments. Hold on. Keep something in mind. You're putting your business out there. I do realize that. And you know why I'm putting it out there? Because I have to be the voice for my son. My I do take responsibility. I take full responsibility for my actions, and I've renounced that very much so, Peachwood. I'm not afraid to say my past history. I'm not afraid to tell my story, you know? I'm not playing victim. I'm not a victim. No, I'm not. I'm a parent that was wronged by the system. And how can I say this in a good way? If we had an agreement between us, me and my family members, what gave DFCS the right over a decade later to butt their nose in and tear my family apart? But based on what information? When there was a guardianship order in place. My mother passed away unexpectedly. I've got my brother. My brother's disabled. And I got him, you know. Did you know that I do have a disabled brother that's in my care? So, I mean, I was supposed to get my son, and my son was taken from, like, without my consent and against, like, you know what I'm saying? But I take full responsibility for my actions and for my wrong choices in my life that brought this on. I've said that plenty. And you know what? That was the hardest decision I had to make, was for the best interest of my children, and I did. I couldn't be selfish for their lives, and it wasn't fair to my children to have to go through be punished for my wrongdoings. They deserve to be children, and they deserve to have a safe and stable life. And I went away for a minute, and I had to think longevity. And, you know, because I was going to be on probation for a long time, and I'm still on it. Almost done now. See, and you know, I couldn't risk my children ever being faced with being put in the system based on just a simple, because probation, it can be rough. And in anything, you can get violated by a violation. I mean, it all depends. So I didn't have room to let that happen. I had to think about my children's safety, security, and their happiness and their well-being. And I couldn't provide for them at that time. But I was still their mom, and I had to make the best decision for my children, whether it hurt me or not. I couldn't be selfish for myself. I had to think about my babies. And everything was, and I did my time and I got out and I was involved with my kids. I was more involved with my son because I was allowed to be around him. I was isolated. My girls, not so much. For some reason, they were like isolated from me. And I mean, maybe I'll get the answers one day, but right now, I do take responsibility. Okay, you keep saying take responsibility. I do take responsibility. You can't listen to this bullshit. Grow up. Get out of my life, please. How about that? Because you're coming in, making assumptions and assuming things, but you grow up. You grow up and stop coming in and chastising someone that you don't even know. How about that? So you grow up and you get a life because I didn't come and bother you. Okay, honey? So don't come in here and tell me you're not trying to hate and tell me things like this because I hope to God that you are not one of my family members, for one thing, being a troll. For two, there's my side, the other side, and the truth. Okay? Understanding's the problem, the three-edged sword. I know I did right for my children, whether it was not, it hurt. It was the hardest decision I had to make. But you know what? My kid's graduating on Monday. And I thank my family members every day that they provided for my kids. And I, you know, and I thank them every day. Now, what has happened recently is not right. And do you even know the story? Like I said, I made bad decision. Hey, Chris, welcome in. And you need to get all your facts right because how can someone take a child that they have no say over and not love you too, Chris, and not let me? I mean, we all have rights, and I'm a parent. God, that's a natural right. That's God's given right. You can't take that away from someone just by hearsay or whatever. But we're not going there, and this is why. So you know what? I did grow up, though. I did, and I made the changes that I needed to. And you can go look at my Facebook. You can go look at my mom cheered me on, and she was my biggest hater when I first was in trouble. Like my mother was the one that my mother was she was disappointed. She was hurt. Totally understandable, mom. And she dwelled. But you know what? My mom changed. She had a change of heart. And that blossomed into a lot of things that opened up for me and my mother to have a mother-daughter relationship because she seen that I did make changes and that I wanted to do it. I did it for my children. I had to do it for my children. And I'm also, my mother called me one night and begged me to get my brother off the streets. And I didn't, my brother's disabled. He tried to take his own life in 2014. As a matter of fact, because his daughter's mother was trying to take his rights away and change the child's last name. My brother was not competent. And I'm still fighting this right now. Because now, how is that right? That's another thing. How is that right? You're going to punish someone and just because my brother couldn't even tell you what a judge is. He don't even know his age. But he knows who his daughter is. And his daughter knows who he is. So, everybody's got a story. Thank you, Dr. Death. Thank y'all. I love y'all's support. And this person, I don't know, thanks, Sweatplants. I saw that. There's gonna be haters, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I do have some family that may come in, and if that's them or their friends, hey, you know what? If they saw everything, they would see. Petra, get off this. Thanks, Chris. They have been in that individual has been in one of the chats before. I'm sorry, but all I hear is excuses. Not trying to be a jerk, but it's the truth. How do you hear excuses? Do you know the truth? They're not going to sidetrack me. Speaking of affidavit, is it a sworn statement? So done. Did you you're talking about the affidavit for the chatbot? I'm not trying. I understand Peachwood. I get it, but I guess where I'm coming from, how am I making excuses? It's not excuses. I'm not making excuses. I've fessed up and I've done. I mean, imagine being a parent that has to make a decision that's life changing for your children, because all it take. What would happen if I got out and I got locked back up? Because that did happen. If I didn't get the help that I needed, because I couldn't, I'm sitting here admitting on live, I couldn't provide for my children at that time. Where would my kids be if I did not make that decision? If I was like, oh, well, and when I got out of prison, I was around my children, yes. Hold on. My daughter was taken away for 6 months because of choices her mother made, and I had to go to court to get her back. My parents didn't. My family, we all agreed on what we did, and we went to court one time. That was in 2011, and it was up to it from then on. This is what the judge. This is what like my mom and the judge said back then. The reason why it had to be done like on the paper was because so they could enroll, because I was going away for a minute. They could enroll them in school and the medical, but I still had my rights. I did blame child services because I decided to have a child with a female that wasn't ready to, and they had problems. That was my fault. It's no reason to blame yourself or the child or anything. I mean, at least you are now a parent to that child, right? I mean, you can't blame yourself. And in child services, you stepped up and you did the right thing for the child, right? And that's what counts. Don't put yourself down because of the. The mother, she'll have to answer for that. That's her choices. I mean, you can't. I wouldn't change. I mean, my kids' fathers. There's two kids, and one he claims all three of the kids. He's always and he's been a good dad, and he's been involved, and he's I don't know what his he's it's not they well he was isolated as well there. I guess we both ended up in the same situation, but he didn't know the process and stuff, and I can't sit here and say on his part, but I do know he's a good dad. He was just a new father, and I was going away, and I just couldn't. And maybe that's my fault that I took that from him, and I wish I didn't. I mean, there's things that I wish I can go back and change. Don't everybody? But that's why it's in the past. I'm looking for the future and what me and my children can have. My son is been. Me and him are like this, like two peas in a pod. That's like my little ride or die. Like he's great. He's amazing. And he's always been involved. Like when I did fall and did the drug court program, he was there at my graduation. He got my diploma. He did. And he still has it till this day. So hey, life is gonna do what life's gonna do. That's right. I mean, to spend time, thoughtful time. Most of my family doesn't know anything about. I understand, Peachwood, and I appreciate you. I mean, I'm glad that you're, because I think you've been in here before, but thank you for. And everybody has their opinions. It's fine. And thank you for coming in. I didn't blame child services because I just. Oh, okay, we read now. Okay. Hey, Darren, I see your comment. I see you. How you doing? I'm good. Good. Glad you're back. Yay. Danielle is all grown up. Now she has went to school of hard knocks. Brenda, you're a mess. We are all good parents. Life happens. How is the arm? Who? Who are you? Hi, John. Welcome in. The arm? Whose arm? I haven't broken an arm. What are you talking about? So, what is this? Even when we make bad choices with our kids, we still have right, and it's not our right for some safe agency to step on your rights to get what they want. Right. That's right. And everybody makes mistakes in life, and some. And John, were you asking about the arm? Are you asking about me? Or sorry about that. And I saw your comment. So I'm gonna the Punisher, his arm from the okay. Darren, is your arm better from when the other night? John's asking. So everyone out there, okay, so I know I got off topic. You all already know what time it is. And but I am okay, so Dr. Death is gonna reach out. Y'all, I will do one-on-ones with y'all. If y'all need help with the chatbot. Okay. That was built to make it easier to fill in the blanks on your affidavit instead of you being in it. It's got the template built in. He said he's healing, John. So it's healing. It's yeah. It's horrible what they do, and just the things that we don't have the answers for, that they, I mean, how can I say this? Like in the hospitals and stuff. Like my mom, she they couldn't tell us an exact squirrel time, right? Right. You gotta let it know. It's gotta happen at least once or twice. My dad was a great father. I was taken from him for literally no reason. Welcome in, Malrod. Thank you for coming in, and I appreciate you sharing your story with us. For no reason. See that, y'all? Malrod said my dad was a great father, and I was taken from him for literally no reason. And I'm afraid that's happened to a lot of kids across the world. And that's what we're voicing, bringing this to the light, y'all. Because let me tell you, this child right here, that's been horrified by the CPS nightmare, that's no reason. The dad was great, no reason. And this is coming from someone that's experienced it. You see that? That's trauma, and that's pain, and that's like CPS should not be getting away with stuff like this. That's trauma that's gonna be hard to go through, and it takes it's a long time to get over it. It's hard. He protected me from a child predator. Oh, yes. Yep, Darren, you can take as much time as you need to, my friend, to heal. Whatever you need to do, we are here for you, my friend. We got you. Melrod, it's and I hope Punisher that you have a good recovery, John says to you, Darren. Thank you, John. Thank you for that. Thank you for the kind words and the caring heart. Thank you. Albie, all affidavits notarized is sworn under oath to be truthful, right? Typically, the most relevant issue is written first to catch the attention of the court, but there is no rule that it says you have to. Right. I didn't have a problem with testing, which I was good. So the notarized, I guess he's asking for all of them to be notarized. For them to be. That's what Gunner's asking. For them to be notarized, and yeah, you're right. They don't have to be in some cases, but in this one, with it being at his request, I do know that he's asking for that, Albie. I can't. I don't know. I know that they're. I mean, I'm getting tongue tied again. Look, y'all got me today. Almost. I made it an hour though. That's awesome. He protect a child predator. Wow, Melrod. I'm extremely vigilant of my children. I was 3. I'm 42 now and still fair for every day for my children. And with you saying that, that's like it can happen to anyone. You're right. And you shouldn't have to go through that. You shouldn't have to be ever looking looking over your shoulder, worried about these people. And that's what we're here for. You want me to call you, Darren? Is that what you said? Let me get on this part of the show. Hold on. Is that what you said, Darren? So, here we go. We are coming. Yeah, we are. And we are, but 4 horses rode in on one road death, CPS. Yep. We are going to, you know, I'll tell you, over the years, CPS has went, and the things that they've done are just crazy. And they've gotten complacent with it, y'all. And like when even when I did the chatbot, it brought a different view to my situation with my son and my girls. Okay, cool. Okay, I can do that. Yeah. What was it? Right. So Melrod, if you want to, if you're, the only way to get notarized affidavits is by snail mail, right? I'm gonna try to get a link put into the chatbot, or send everybody a link to where y'all can get on and get it notarized online, or you can just scan it back in, or not scan it, but put it back in the. Y'all know how to do that. If you get it notarized, you can send it through email, yeah. Or I'm trying to get a link put up to where it'll go straight to it. But yeah, you would have to send it through snail mail. But just, you can send it to mine or Gunner's or Darren's. We'll get them. But I'm glad to know that the chatbot is working. And if you had a kid that crossed state lines, that's going to be another affidavit as well. So I am working on that too. I think my head. Oh boy. Get my keys. Hold on. My keys, my truck is alarm's going off my truck. So the only way Brenda says, hey Darren. Okay, let me get back on track. So Melrod, if you would like to share your story, you're more than welcome to. And also Darren, how would that work with the case from her the childhood? And you are, that's awesome that you and you protecting your kids. And I love it, and stay strong out there. And we're here for you. We're here for you. If you ever want to talk about it, I'm here. My name is Danielle. You're more than welcome to like the channel and subscribe and follow us. You can reach out. I can put my email in here if you ever want to talk. Because I've never had a child taken. Never done that. He said, thanks, Doc. And I've never experienced that, but I've also, what is my brother doing? Oh boy, him and the dog are out. Okay. Bro's on it. He's been in a weird mood today, like a testing me today. Yeah. He's like a kid today, and the mentality's on a child level. Like, it's on a 7-year-old today. She will be able to use the case. So Melrod, if you're still in here with us, there is a federal case that's been filed. Okay, and you can, if you would like to, and be like involved, you can fill out this affidavit and get it notarized, and you can use the case from your childhood to address it and to bring it to the light. If that's what you want to do, you're more than welcome to. I can send you the link. And Dr. Death, Darren, Dr. Death said, what are brothers for? Y'all, we all family, y'all. That's what's up. ADHD too, like, right? Squirrel. Y'all a mess. I'm boy, and then when me and my brothers got memory loss, so, and then me being a squirrel, it's and then I look at my brother and I say, hey bro, remind me And he just, and I wonder always why he's looking at me, Sonny, and he's like, sis, how am I going to remind you when I've already forgot what you said? I'm like, yeah, I do that a lot to him. And he's okay. My brother, he's funny. He's funny. O can help you lose your handler. Oh, street justice, baby. Yep. I was essayed by my birthing unit stepfather. It was my dad to went to the police. Oh wow. So your dad addressed it, and then they took you from. Oh, what, bless your heart. Yeah, I would love for you to if I can give you the email, and you can get in contact with me or Miss Darren Bly in the chat right there. He's the Punisher. He runs the CBS Breaking News channel. And he's over this podcast. Yeah, Melrod. Yeah, Darren. And reach out to one of us. He definitely. That's. I'm sorry that you went through that. I am so sorry. And she was essayed. Yes, she was. Yes, Darren, she was. Yes, she was essayed. And she said she will help in any way she can. Yeah, she can. But yeah, she was. Let's see. There you go, right there, Darren. And that's what she said right there. I heard the birthing units and stepfather. And you have 3 children now. That's you stay strong, Mom. And that's what's up. Like you're strong. You are a strong person, and you're not alone. We got you. We got you. We all stand together. I will help you separate from the essay. You see that, Melrod? You see what Darren? He said he will help you separate from the essay. Bringing back Brenda. Okay, so the show's tonight. Darren, are you doing a show tonight, or I know I'm gonna have to do another show sometime tonight. Okay, because we got Bringing Back Brenda at 9, right? And then, what time is it for my show? I'm running over. No, I'm not. Right here? Oh, you're in. I'm confused. Look, y'all confusing me. I'm like, Melrod, if I give you I'm not great with technology, but we'll try. I will contact you any way I can. I don't let anyone around my kids. I can't see other comments right now. Okay. If I'm trying to think. I can also give you okay. You'll be on the way home? Cool. My hubby is trying to talk one-on-one with someone. Okay. He sent an email to Gunner the other night. How time sensitive are they to get in? Time sensitive, they're not. You still got time. You need to do a one-on-one. I put my email in the chat above. Early supper for me tonight. Yeah, it's gonna be late. It's Happy Friday, y'all. Wet plants. Y'all email me and I will. I pressed the wrong button. Jeez, here we go. Oh boy, there goes Danielle again. All right, email Wet plants and Dr. Death, and Dr. Death has my email. Email this one and I will check it, and I tell your husband that I'll get one-on-one and I'll help him through it. Yeah. I don't know, did Gunnar ever get back to him? And then but yes, just if you'll give me, I can do it this weekend or next, whenever. Just give me a 2-hour window, like of the times, like 2 hours, and I can tell you the definite time I would be available, and go from there, and then we could get it done for you. You're good, Wet plants. No worries. I love you too, always. So, and Melrod, if whatever way, happy freedom, brothers and sisters. Brenda, bringing back Brenda. Brenda gonna be bringing Chris home soon and her babies. Brenda, y'all go check out Brenda's show at 9 p.m. Eastern time, okay? Melrod, you tell me the best way for us to or you to reach out to us, and I will make it happen. Phone number, email, whatever's easier for you, just let me know in the chat, and we'll make that happen, okay? And whatever's convenient for you, whatever makes it easier for y'all. Like I'm trying to work with everybody, you know. Let's see, Brenda's show. Now look, Brenda has a story. Everybody has a story. Miss Brenda has been through hell and back with these people. Her family. She. I mean, I'm not. I'll let her say her story, but check out her show at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. I did say Eastern, right? It's gonna be bringing back Brenda. She gonna bring it back, all right, right, Brenda? And this woman gets up every day with a smile on her face, and her husband's even in prison for. We're fighting to get him home as well because he was done wrong, and finding her kids. Look, Brenda has a hell of a story, y'all, and go check out her show at 9 p.m. And she's like the big like, look, this woman when she gets on the phone, she's like, Danielle, we gotta, and she's one of my biggest cheerleaders, and she helps me out a lot, you know, with support and just things that I'm maybe dealing with. You know, she's a good friend to talk to, you know, and it's awesome, and so is Darren and everybody is, and you know, there are like. Brenda and Darren I am close with, and they've been around and seen things that go on around me, and they know what, you know, because life can be tough, y'all, and you never know what life's going to throw at you, but it's how you overcome it. Don't let nothing get the best of you. Don't let nothing take your shine away, because I promise you, like here recently, I'll even be straight up. My own life ain't the best. Hell no, it's not. But you know what? It ain't no reason for me not to be happy every day, because why would I let people that maybe narcissists just try to take my shine away because they're miserable? It's not going to happen anymore. And then my brother, and you know, it's people. I don't know what's up with people like miserable, but you know what? You keep doing you, boo, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep doing me. And I'm going to stand up in this fight. And ain't nothing going to stop me from going live anymore. Ain't nothing going to stop me from stepping up and voicing for the voiceless. I'm not going to be silenced by no damn body. I'm sure as hell ain't broken. They wish. My haters going to hate and my motivators going to motivate. Carrie's here with, yes. And let me tell you, that woman is, yeah, she is. And her and my mom, let me tell you. But that's one woman that when she wouldn't tolerate half the stuff that has gone on, and she would have come down here and like Carrie. I miss Carrie. We miss Carrie. Carrie was good people. That's Brenda. Me and Carrie would. We talked before. Our phones we'd be on the phone with each other every day, all day, like, and then we'd get on the show. I think we had 3 shows together, and our phone. I mean, Darren knows about them calls. We'd call him before the sun even come up sometimes because we had a new idea. But and you know, she that was she's the one that her and Darren are the ones that helped me to get the courage to do this podcast. And I'll tell you, the 3 shows that me and Carrie did are hilarious. Facts Over Lies is in here. What Facts Over Lies? Where are you at, woman? I didn't see you, yeah. Hey, Facts Over Lies, where are you? Is she really? Where? I don't see her comments. Darren, I prayed for you to come back, and you did that very evening. She did. And it was on your show, right, Brenda? I believe, yes. And I'll be darned if you. Is it the same night he called, right? That one night, just the other day? Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. When I was. Yeah, she did, and I'll be darned if you called right there in the surprised us, like, yeah, and she's like, Danielle, see, You don't see facts. Yeah, facts over lies. If you're in here, hon, I don't see your comments, and that's not cool. So I will I'll see what's up after the show, because we are getting not neutralized. That sounds like a dang Mars Attacks movie or something, like the cartoon with the aliens. Like I got my Turbo Buster 3000, like my Nerf gun. Hello, Danielle just okay. You know, they got this new thing out on TikTok. It's like a water gun, and them things. There she is. Hey girl. Hey girl. How you doing? It's X over live. What are you doing? Were you in another chat somewhere? Like on uh before you came here? X over lives? Because I didn't. I mean, they were saying hey, and I want to say today was a damn good show, y'all. Yes, it was. The ones, yes, that show was those were the shows that I grew up in. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better combination of shows. Like, they were so funny. Nerf return, right? Look, I love them Nerf guns. Them squirt guns were the. I'd sit out there and just wait till they got home from school or work or whatever, and I'd give them hell every summer. My roommates and my kids, everything. Mars Attacks is a great movie. Yes, it was funny as hell. It was funny. It's not like that anymore. Like, the movies are not the same. They're not like original. Mars Attacks was original. Like, that movie was so funny, and they've done the stupidest stuff. But that, oh, what was that? My dog is having a blast. I mean, she's trying to get in my room. I locked her out. My bad. Facts over lies are just showing up. Hey, you know what? I only put my time off by 5 minutes today, girl. Can you believe that? Yeah, y'all, I was getting called out about me keep rescheduling my show, and I'm like, yeah. I'm glad that people hold me accountable, Danielle, because it had to happen. Like, if I, and it's sometimes, I mean, that wasn't cool that I did that. And I struggled with that a lot last week. But y'all, yes, we had Nerf wars. And now they took that, and Brenda, they're turning that into something totally out of proportion, which and is like, even the high schoolers and the middle schoolers in these big neighborhoods around Georgia, they would have those Nerf wars, and they had a big issue, and these public officials or whatever was raising Cain about it. I'm so thankful for you all, every one of you. This is ours, not mine. Y'all hear that? That's the Punisher talking, Darren. He said he's so thankful for every one of you. He said this is ours. It's everyone's, not just his. We're in this together. We are not alone. You are not alone. Don't ever think you're alone. We're in this, and we are one. Because you know what? One is tough, but guess what? A pack is unstoppable. And we already know, pack it up 2025, baby, because that's what we're about to do with these people. Hey, we in it, and there ain't no backing out now. You can't. We know no man or woman left behind. Thanks, facts over lies. We I got a big mouth, and y'all know I'll get on here and talk to y'all all day long. When the trolls come in, they can come in. We can deal with them too. Because I've noticed a lot of the trolls that come in end up coming back. I think there was Roblox was here earlier, and he started that. See, I don't know who's what. Really, Danielle? My kids used to be on a team at Maine University. Are you serious? They had Nerf wars and they had teams. Girl, look. That's what's up. That's cool. See, that was the fun times. Like, there's no communities anymore or anything. But right, Albie, we are all in this together. And anybody out there that's wanting to hate and try to keep us and they want to play the blame game and all this, grow up, people. Stop the hate, stop the bullshit, because we are the voice. We are the people. We the people. And we're going to get this done one way or the other. We're not going to let nobody stop us. Just say, pack it up. Why don't you're not going to make it, buddy. Get out of my chat and get out of my life. Bye. We don't need that shit here. See what I'm saying? Because we can take them and that's what I did to you. Bye. We don't need. Troll is still here. Who is it? Block him. We used to go to a nature center. If Chapo can get a plea deal, somebody better be finding the American children. What you mean? My thing just came up. What you mean? El Chapo got a plea deal? What? Did he really? Facts over lies. When was this? Did he really? But yet there's all them children missing. When did he get a plea deal? Did that happen today? Wow. And this person, I don't even want to go there with that. This idiot right there. My autistic daughter was. Oops, hold on. I'm like, I don't want to block people that. What troll's still there? Because I can't see him. Albie, I can't see him. It's my autistic daughter was ripped from her ABA therapy after removal. I was so mad, and that's what pisses me off too. Hold on, my brother. They said if wait, my autistic daughter was ripped from her ABA therapy after removal. They said if El Chapo, okay. This week that is wow. The truth's coming out about these kids, and like me and Brenda were talking the other day, and Brenda, what did you say about it? Like it's starting to set in, honestly. These children, they were really trafficked. Like, look at Epstein and P. Diddy. These are people that we thought were musicians, singers, people, when really they're about some fake shit and doing nasty shit. Like, that's disgusting. And these are people like, I had a shirt when I was younger, like a teenager, that said all about the Benjamins, and it had Puff Daddy on it, Hello. What the fuck? This is nasty. It's sick. To know, it makes you wonder who else is going to come and be one of these creepers that we thought were actors, or, I guess they acted all right. They fooled everybody. It's disgusting. Just to know that they can, there was, I don't know if y'all seen that video of Epstein's kitchen or something, or his house, and the picture that was on his wall, 17 family members of cartel came to the U.S. Wow. It's crazy what's we'll see how it goes on, right? Girl. So back to Epstein, the photo was a baby that I thought was unclothed, and it was holding something that was not appropriate for a child, like a toy in a X-rated way. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, pardon my French. That's disgusting. And that's Epstein. And they played this in a video. Like, they played his house, and that was in the background. Sorry, I love this. This stuff smells so good. It's like mango peach. Oh, it's so good. They don't just groom kids, they groom the parents first. Melrod, it's and so many of them have been essayed. It's sad. It's very sad to know that the world came to, and they're so complacent with it, so comfortable with it. It's disgusting. These people will be held accountable, and they will be held accountable and brought to justice, because that's just sick and that's just wrong. I'm so sorry what happened to you, Miss Melrod. I was in I don't know if I've ever shared this, but in 2000, I was in high school though, and I don't know if anybody ever heard of Hardbody Harrison. Have I told you this? He's in federal prison now for sex trafficking. I saw a YouTube case this year earlier in Michigan where the defense was ADA, and sadly due to low. And I hate to say that is like a target of theirs is these. Did you know that was it in Michigan as well? Albie, that they are going after the elderly too and taking the elderly. I've just read that they're not even letting family members or nobody get guardianship. The state's trying to do it, so now they're picking on the elderly. Can you believe that? What I mean, so disabled, elderly, and kids. What's going on? But did I ever share that story with y'all about the Hardbody Harrison? He was a wrestler for WCW. He got fired, so he's trying to start his own private wrestling thing. And he and it was going on from 2002 to 2008. And if it wasn't for my mother being so her and my dad let me. They went. Okay, so he played as though let me just show y'all the video, and y'all have a better understanding. And just think, I was a senior in school, and I thought I was the shit. And let me just show y'all this. And let me share this. But yeah, this is crazy. I want y'all to listen to this. Hold on, let me bring it up because his name is Hardbody. Hold on, don't do it. Hold on. I don't know if it's gonna. Hopefully, it'll play on here. Let's go share this other screen. Okay, hold on. Okay. Anyhow, I was a senior in school, and I thought it was cool, and I wanted to do the wrestling. Like, I thought it was cool that he would. I didn't know the other things, and there was things around this house that my mom even met with this guy at a restaurant, and he had a contract for her. And my mom, she said she had a bad feeling, and she told him that because I begged her, Mom, please talk to this guy. But did you know what that contract was, y'all? It may have been worded this, but my mom, I thank her every day for this because I could have been a victim involved in this man's sex trafficking ring right here in Cartersville, Georgia, back in 2002 to 2008. My parents would take me to his house. It was a house for my, we would practice with other wrestlers and other people, and at the ring that was at his house for the shows coming up, and for like with W's everything. And do you know he was holding these women hostage in the basement? They never said it, but if it wasn't for my mother, my mom and dad, my brother even remembers, the brother that's here with me, he even remembers going out there, and my mom would stay. My mom and dad would stay there the whole time while I was doing practice, because, and then, and finally, my mom just, and he had got busted. I can't believe, like, my mom, she felt it. And tell me to find out that contract was him trying to get my mother to sign it because I was under 18. And that right there I would have been, and that is a true story. Because I'll let you hear a clip about it. And maybe y'all can look it up, but he was a WCW wrestler that, yeah, it wasn't cool at all. Let me let y'all listen to this. Hold on. Oops. Hold on.
Of course, I used to wrestle in WCW with Hardbody Harrison. And for those who might not remember the name, he was the guy that wore like the Griffith Joyner tights of one long tight and one short. You guys remember those?
That's fantastic. So did you? I'm sure you did. You?
So I never had a match with him. So I can give you a little bit of a background, but I know. Obviously, he had a little discuss, but he was a guy that I remember being backstage, waiting to go to the ring for my match, Mike Rotundo, in MGM Studios in Orlando. We were filming. It was called WCW Worldwide. And Hardbody
Brenda, you're a mess. I see you. I hear you, Brenda. Here we go.
The victim's mom spoke with us outside the court. Sex trafficking, a beast. Now she has a warning for you.
She's still haunted by what he did 2.5 years ago.
He is Anthony Swindle, and he'll likely spend the rest of his life in prison, convicted of sexual assault and human trafficking. The 44-year-old rolled his eyes as prosecutors detailed his life of crime.
Between the ages of 13 and 44 years old.
Sorry, I'm still here. I see no contract that involves. I see you, Brenda. Public defenders for the mom and dad. Yeah. Didn't Biden sign a law in effect that there would be more, like representation in the new bill? It's a federal law now, like poverty. Or did Trump? It's supposed. What was it, Brenda? The Support Children and Strengthen Families Act. He signed it January 4th this year, I think, but I don't know for sure. Bye, Albie. Love you. Have a safe weekend. And if you need help with your affidavit, just reach out and let me know. Y'all got my email. Let me share this screen again because y'all really got to see this. It's just what they. I guess it is going to Facebook. I was in YouTube. Hold on. Y'all, it's saying the real side of Hardbody Harrison. Here we go. Let's see if it plays. Sorry, y'all. Here we go. Oops.
Per se, but I think he had him maybe brainwashed a little bit. Just from what I know, Hardbody trained with him Fire Plant, and I did a lot of his indie shows. He ran an indie show in Griffin, Georgia. So Hardbody Harrison, above all, I mean, he was a great worker, great body, great worker, and he could work with anybody and make you look like $100 or $1 million, you know. But he was a great dude. when it come to that. But he was a worker. He would sell freaking ice to an ice salesman. This guy, he would do whatever he could to make money and work. And I noticed that shortly after I met him, I became smart to it. And he tried to take advantage of it, and he realized it wasn't going to work. So him and I became friends. He pretty much figured he wasn't going to take advantage of me because, like I said, I was smart up in the business pretty early with some of the guys that have been around the business. And so Hardbody put a bunch of old equipment in my truck without asking me in the back of my truck. And that the WCW had given him, like Jody Hamilton, and they were getting rid of a bunch of stuff. So they were just they were going to throw it away. So Hardbody took a bunch of stuff. So he put it in my truck, and Hardbody used to talk, hey dog. He talked, for lack of a better, like ebonics. He wasn't highly educated, and he spoke real, street, and he was just a rough guy, just hard rough. So he's like, dog, you can take my stuff to my house in Kennesaw, dog. And, you're going to do it. And I'm like, Hardbody. So I seen all this shit in my truck, and I'm like, you want me to drive that to Kennesaw? And which was north in Georgia. And driving in Atlanta traffic north, it's a pain in the ass in the afternoon. So I'm thinking to myself, freaking crazy. I'm not taking none of this shit to his house. It's up at the pawn shop. I handed him the ticket. I said, if you want it, go fucking get it. Don't ever fucking do that shit to me again. And he never did. And him and I, that's where we, he crossed the line, and I set the boundaries, and we were cool after that.
According to Kevin Sullivan, he and Sonny Ono and a bunch of people that were involved in that racial discrimination lawsuit each got $1 million.
Yeah, I heard Hardbody got $1 million, and I heard it from more than one person. And that's when his sex ring got a little, I guess, out of hand, you could say, because he had money and he was doing more stuff with it. And ultimately, I think that's what got him caught. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I still kind of kept in touch with Hardbody. Fortunately, he knew where I lived. He found out where I lived because one of his girls that he was, and from what he tells me, he was married to like 2 or 3 girls. And I know the girls because they used to come to his independent shows, and one goes, I'm sorry, to Publix in the bank. And I always went to Publix and saw her. So, and she actually told me they were married, and I knew he said he was married to a couple other women. So I guess he was married to more than one woman. So,
At number 4, it's the appalling crimes of Hardbody Harrison. Harrison wrestled in WCW during the late 90s, mostly as a jobber, known more for his flashy gear than anything he did in the ring. After leaving wrestling, he claimed to be running a wrestling school out of his home in Georgia. In reality, he was running a sex trafficking operation. Between 2001 and 2005, Harrison lured vulnerable women by promising to train them how to wrestle and then force them into prostitution and unpaid labour. In 2007, Harrison was convicted on 24 federal charges, including sex trafficking, forced labour and witness tampering. He was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole.
Let me get myself back up. Hey, y'all, what do y'all think of that? Y'all heard that, right? That gentleman was the one that tried to get my mother to sign this contract. And, my mom, she took the contract and she said, I'm going to read over it. She promised me that she would meet with him. And, I was upset with her at first. And then and later on, when he did eventually, it went on for a while, right? And this was right I was a senior in high school. He was a WCW wrestler, and they had a lawsuit against him and some other wrestlers with the WCW, and it's over the years, it was like a memory that I didn't want to. It was one that was in my mind, but it wasn't one that I thought about. And after when CPS started this nightmare with my son, I was sitting here one day, and there was trafficking, that word just kept going through my head. And I'm like, why am I sitting here? Why am I thinking of this? Why is it pertaining to my childhood, like my teenager? And finally, my brother told me, he said, sis, remember Hardbody Harrison. And right in there, you seen it. It's true, y'all. He had a sex trafficking ring, and he was married. He had a daughter that was out, and she was young back then. And it was right here in the town next to me. That's how close. And just to know that these women, and he was even like, there was comments he would make to me that he'd be like, don't you want to move out? Don't you want to be on your own? I got a place right here. There's a room right there you can rent. And blah blah blah. And of course, any teenager that's in high school would love to have that freedom. But I'm glad that my mother stood up for my protection, and she protected me. Now, don't get me wrong, I gave her hell. I was mad. I was hurt. But now she explained it to me. She said, Danielle, think about it. She said, I can't take your future away from you. She's like, what do you want to do? She's like, you think, but she didn't, how she felt was, Danielle, this guy's up to something, blah, blah, blah. But this is how she explained it to me. She said, Danielle, she said, what is your dream? I said, I want to go in the Marine Corps. Can you, Rebel X? That is great. Have you went live yet? And how'd it go? I would love to know. Thank you for coming back in. Did you go live yet? That is awesome. And did you just get live, or thank you for coming back in, friend. You're awesome. You're great. Thank you. And let me know how your experiences go. I'm glad that I wish I could have helped you more with that. I'm sorry that I couldn't, and I didn't. I do apologize, but I love that you are staying with us and coming in and showing the support, and just coming in and saying hi. But I'm so glad you got to go live. You finally you can go? That's amazing. You let me know how that goes, though. I would love to have a follow up and let me keep us up to date with that, because that's awesome, my friend. That's awesome. That's congrats on that. But yes, with this guy, Hardbody Harrison, so he's in federal prison now. He got sentenced to life, and but you see how I was a teenager. I was going in. And my mother said, Danielle, think about what your goals are. What do you want to do? I said, I want to go into the Marine Corps, Mom. I said, but Mom, I was thinking, I said, Mom, but man, look at just so much potential. I could be like a WCW. I could be like those ring girls on there. And I did do that. But my mom was like, Danielle, look at you. You got your whole life ahead of you. Is that what you really want to do? What about the Marine Corps? She said, I can't let you let your goals and your dreams go to she said, you're not thinking about what's going to happen. Like this can go away tomorrow. She said, what if it does? She said, Danielle, don't make and you know what? She did stay protective. Like she was protective. Like my mother was protective. And when I tell you, after she got that contract and met with him, she was at his house every time practice was. She still took me, and they would sit, her and my father, and sometimes it was her and my brothers, they would sit out there and wait. And she always made sure that she could see me. And you know what? But she stayed from the time I left the van to go practice, and she was still there when I returned, when it was time to go. The guy didn't like that, and my mom started catching on to his bullshit, and that's when and finally he had got one of the girls that that he kidnapped and held her against her will. They were hostages down there. They were being held hostage pretty much, and they were being punished and had to work. Like, these girls, they had to work like labor traffic. It was, and I seen this firsthand, and I could have been a victim. I was almost a victim thanks to my mother. She stopped that. Pissed him off though, because you can hear on the story that there were young victims. And do you know, I cannot believe that I could have been a sex trafficking victim. But my mom protected me. So Melrod, I can totally, I thank you for sharing your story with us today. Y'all, I'm glad that y'all got to be with me and I get to share that with y'all. I'll share, that's something that I don't talk about much because it didn't, it was something that shouldn't, it was just I was thinking it was one way, but my mother caught on to the bullshit and she protected me. Protect your babies, okay? I can say when I was a high schooler, a senior, I almost fell in that trap. Please protect your children. Be safe. Do not, I repeat, do not ever, if your gut's telling you something, follow up on it. Because I promise you, if my mother didn't, this guy would have kidnapped me. I can almost guarantee it. And that still frightens me to this day. And my daughter is did she, my girl, man? Oh, and what'd your wife say? Did she like it? Oh, that's awesome. And happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. And I know the struggle is real. I know that it's hard, but we got this. We are going to get these kids home. Don't let it take your shine away. Keep fighting for them babies and make them proud. Make them proud that we are their parents. Because we're going to get them home and we're going to get our families back. And I'm going to help you get your families back. And we're going to hug our children no matter what. Because like we saying, I'm Danielle Warren. We're going to get your families back. We're going to get our kids back. We're going to be a happy thing. And we're going to be, and just think the bond that we've all built together in this fight. That's awesome. I'm so glad that she is not letting it overtake her in a negative way. Y'all, if you have to, you know what I do with this whole nightmare? I have a sense of humor. The stuff I come up with, the stories, like I tell Brenda all the time, little comical story. I mean, yeah, I gotta joke about this because I can't let my emotions get the best of me. So whatever you have to do to not let this, but don't do nothing that's gonna hurt you, harm you, or ever put you in a situation that that is dangerous for you. Do not ever. But I gotta have fun in here. I mean, I joke. I mean, I've come up with some. I wanted to come up with a comic and everything, like street justice. Like, because these people are they're crazy for thinking that they're gonna bully on us. They need to stop bullying on our kids and they need to come bully on us because we go street justice, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm glad that she enjoyed it. Tell her I said happy late Mother's Day too, Dr. Death. So anybody that's in the chat, let's go ahead and go back to these affidavits real quick. All right. Let me know. Okay, I know you, Dr. Death, and Wet Plant and 7-cylinder, I do know, and Wet Plant. Anyone else need to get with me? Melrod, if you're still here with us, do you have anything that you want to share or do? Parents, be a force, be the one people. Oh shit, here she comes. That's right. Look. Yes. Like, make them feel the energy change when you step in the ring. I am that. I tell you right now, I am that way, and that I don't play with these people. I ain't playing with them, and I'm gonna be that force. So anybody in the chat, Melrod, would you like me to put a phone number in the chat for you to where you can reach out that way? But yes, Melrod is correct. Be that force. So Dr. Death, I'm gonna be looking out for that email for you, and then wet plants and 7 cylinders. And then anyone else in the chat that needs to meet with me? So anybody else in the chat? So I'm gonna get off I'm gonna go ahead and end the show. We got Brenda's show coming up in an hour and a half at 9:00 Eastern time, and then we'll probably have a 10 or 11 o'clock show. 11 o'clock show, I mean. The Punisher show. And I don't know if Darren, if you're still here with us, I will find out. You told me to call him, and I will let y'all know. Okay, you do have my number? All right. Game Mom. All right, Gamer Mom. Do you have did you get my email or anything? It lost the sound? Yeah. Melrod, I'm going to put my number in the chat. Reach you if that will make it easier for you to reach out. You do have my number, Dr. Death. Please, if you have to reach out to me by that way, and I'll go ahead and give y'all my number. Again, this number, 994. Reach out to me, please. Okay? And just shoot me a text and tell me who you are. Shoot me a text first, please. And because I have anxiety. And yeah. Hey, Tammy, welcome in, love. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. Hi, Tammy. Those mutterfutters enter the U.S. under witness protection, right? They do, and it's. Did you see what I just played? Facts overlays. Okay, so everyone that with the affidavit with the chatbot, I have Gamer Mom, Melrod. Please reach out by that number right there. My name is Danielle, and I'll get you in touch with Darren. Okay, please reach out. I know I will find you on YouTube and try to reach out to you that way as well. I don't know. You can find me on Facebook. Okay, Dr. Death, that's fine too. So I have 7 cylinder wet plans. I have Dr. Death and Gamer Mom and Gamer Mom. Okay, and so Gamer Mom, reach out to me on that text message. And Tammy, thank you for coming in. Facts Over Lies, thank you for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and get I gotta go get dinner ready for myself because my brother's he's sitting here looking at me. Yeah, bro been waiting patiently. He sent me a message and told me to stop jabbering my jaw. So, all right, everyone, y'all be good, be safe, have a wonderful evening, and be looking out for Brenda's show. Okay, look out for Brenda's show at 9, and be looking. And if you need me, please reach out, text or email, and I will get with y'all on the one-on-ones. Okay. Much love to y'all. Until next time, I'm Danielle, and keep fighting, y'all. Love you. Thank you.
Restart, reset, and refocus as many times as you need. You are your own greatest project. Restart, reset, and refocus as many times as you need. You are your own greatest project. But just always remember, don't give up.